one of the reasons why we have, the rise in gas prices, because basically Russian oil has been taken completely out of the market. They're selling it just to China. It's like a single market, and some to India. And both of them, their appetites are so huge that they'll just gobble it up and it'll be gone. And it is a finite resource. Russia is staring down the barrel of demographic collapse and a resource-based economy that is running out of that resource. What about social democracy? Social democracy is it's a hashtag. If you're democratic socialist, social democracy is kind of what we have. Anyways, so you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide, and this system screws us. Not too sure why you think it isn't. Explain what you mean by the system. That would be it. The markets are big enough. The markets are just incorporating more businesses. The FANG groups, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google, which were the four big investment points, are, really they're. Who is it? Some economics person a long time ago said that the stock market is just an economic beauty pageant, something along those lines. Capitalism is what I think he means by the system. No, because there's lots of different types of capitalism. Yeah, and I'm just telling you my opinion. You don't have to believe what, or even agree with me. But I'm going to tell you what I really think, not just make you feel good about stuff. Yeah. So this is incredibly crucial because, again, it's the sales point you're hearing from this dude. This is the same sales point. They all want the same thing to make it to basically, like Russell Brand and Jimmy Dore, they're fear farmers. They farm your fear. They make you, hate the other. You create a them, point to the them. Who is them? No one knows who is them. Only they know who is them. And then that's all they need to do to steer you around. So, okay. So this one's fun. This is called Russian gas. Hold on. Russian gas and oligarchs, which also sounds like a fart. That was a real oligarch. I'm just telling you. This is Steve Bannon, Russian gas and Ukrainian oligarchs. There we go.
This is not my line of country, right? I specifically stay away from all of that for a specific reason.
What's the specific reason? Oh, because if you go over there, the Chinese have business in Ukraine and they have business in Russia. And since they have business with you, they don't want you fucking around over there.
I know this better than anybody.
No, he doesn't.
From the beginning, where's the oligarchs' money and why have we not stripped the Ukrainian oligarchs?
Why have we not stripped the Ukrainian oligarchs?
Most of the oligarch money is laundered overseas.
It's laundered off seas. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a lot of people don't understand the economic mumbo jumbo of off seas. What he means is offshore.
Prosecutors in Ukraine pretty much have a feel for about 3/4 of it, including where Biden's money is. And there's a very, very clear one
and by the way, I've been waiting a long time. Apparently, someone's going to release all the contents of the hard drive this dickhead has been shopping around, and I'm for it. I can't wait to see the contents of the hard drive, named laptop, and sift through it my own damn self. Meanwhile, now that he's introduced it, when in the world are we going to get to see Biden's volcano lair? right? I mean, honestly, where is all this money going if not to a volcano lair? I have to be completely honest with you folks. My dream house is the Red Skull's mountain in Captain America: The First Avenger. The interior architecture, the tunneling, the big windows looking out over the Alps. It's, you know, I'd go to the store in a squirrel suit and come back in a Piper Cub. I'm just saying. Yeah, 500 gigs on a 100 gig drive. Don't get me started. We don't have the power. Meanwhile, look at what the fuck is happening with that whiteboard in the background? Okay. Cable, MSNBC, CNN. That's what's got right up here. Hold on. This right here. Cables, MSNBC, CNN. And then is that Peppermint Patty? What did I say? Or is that premature deaths? I don't know his P's from his D's. And then Biden and Clambake, Treadstone. I don't know. It's like, and then of course the old glory hole. Glory, glory, glory. So let's go. Let's continue on with.
I mean, Zelensky is quite aware of the $100 billion bribe to Poroshenko in order to drop the Burisma case. That was the real purpose of the Hunter Biden bribe. That has now come out both in the hard drive and in.
I'm sorry, the what? Well, see, this is what happens, Rudy. This is what happens. You can't hang around with Steve Bannon. You're going to pick up his fuck-ups. You're the one supposed to say laptop. You're the one supposed to come in contact. And now everybody knows it's not you've never even fucking seen the goddamn thing. You were supposed to have it in that house. This motherfucker, it's a hard drive now. Now it's a hard drive.
In Miranda Devine's book, I mean, there's
the hard drive in Miranda Devine's book. You mean the copy of the hard drive that you copied a bunch of times, that you copied and gave to Miranda Devine to write a book about the laptop, even though she never saw a fucking laptop and has only got like a 7th generation hard drive full of fakery and bullshit?
Unequivocal evidence of, you know, that whole.
No, Rudy, I don't know if you've seen my shows. I made a shit ton of equivocations about your bullshit.
That whole conversation about, I'll give you your billion unless you drop the prosecutor.
Okay. Yeah, that's how it went. I'll give you your bill. It's the same fucking thing we've been talking about. You have the whole hard drive. Why am I still hearing the same 9 fucking things? What the hell? The fake FBI guys took the laptop. I'm even doing it now. And told the guy at the laptop place, if Hunter comes back for it, call us. We'll get it to you. Get the fuck out of here. The $1 billion in loan guarantees. Biden was sent there on behalf of the Obama administration and all of Congress, and in agreement with the entire EU that they don't get the fucking money unless they get this dude out of there, because he was actually keeping the corrupt guys in power.
Who were supposed to be dishonest.
Hang, whoa.
Hang, ho.
We got plenty of time to come back and do the hard drive from hell, because he's.
Excuse me, it's a laptop from hell. Get it right.
Get impeached over that. There's a federal grand jury, thanks to your hard work, Bob.
No, it's not. He's not. And here's the thing: nothing from that hard drive will ever be admissible as evidence. I mean, seriously. With these 2 assholes in the chain of custody, get the fuck out of here.
Hard work, Bernie Kerrick's hard work, all of that. But I want to just put that. Let's put that
aside. Yeah, let's not talk about that right now. Even though because somebody's going to ask, where is it?
In there for a second, okay? I'm talking about the scale of all the
right. My laptop, my hard drive, my laptop, my hard drive, my laptop, my hard drive. It's my laptop and my hard drive.
They're a country run by oligarchs.
Yes. Unlike Russia.
Just like Russia's, run by the KGB and the military with Putin, but he's got his buddies, the oligarchs, and he's skimming 10% or 20% or whatever.
Try 90.
Whatever it is. with the
whatever it
oligarchs. They're actually more powerful than the Ukraine. And you say it's all offshore accounts. Why is that not being? Why are we not demanding? Why are Republicans not standing up and demanding, instead of the American people shipping over $800 million this day and another $800 million this day, and the arms merchants are making all the 20% margins, profit margins, right? Why are we?
Yes, on those armor-piercing shells in the tips of the spears. They're very expensive.
The scale of their...
Did he say KJB? KBJ?
Stealing from this country is pretty monumental. Is that correct, Rudy?
Yeah, it's mutual, really.
It's mutual? Wait a minute. Hold on. Back the fuck up. Sorry, I'm having a hard time grasping what the fuck he's talking about. And then Rudy says something that's even more gibberish.
The scale of their stealing from this country is pretty monumental. Is that correct, Rudy?
Yeah, it's mutual, really. We've stolen a lot from them, too.
Oh, so we're stealing from Ukraine. Or we did? We did steal from Ukraine? Oh, you mean when Trump was in charge and he denied them lethal aid when they needed it? I see.
The scale of illegal activity between Ukraine and the United States, starting at about 2014, the Obama.
Look, I mean, I don't know why we're basically seeing an intellectual human centipede between Steve Bannon and Rudy Giuliani, with Jimmy Dore right in the middle. Mouth on Bannon's ass, ass on Rudy's.
Obama administration is way beyond anything I could estimate, except having been told by a Ukrainian prosecutor.
Oh, that's a rough slip. A Russian prosecutor? You mean a Russian sock puppet? Is that the phrase you're looking for?
But if the whole thing comes out, you're going to have big perp walks in Washington out of the Senate and House.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. All in the word of a Russian sock puppet who wants, I guess, Ukraine to not get military aid from the United States and the EU. And why would he want that? For the good of his country, of course.
That's a quote.
So,
that's a quote. What's the guy's name? Who are you quoting? When I crochet that quote into a pillow, I want to give proper credit, Rudy.
Okay. Would you say that this should have?
And I appreciate you saying that.
I like wood.
Steve,
a special prosecutor assigned to it, so one special prosecutor can just...
Listen, I mean, if there ever was a justification for a special prosecutor, it's when the son of the president implicates the president directly in a crime.
Well, he didn't. He never has. He hasn't. And even the fake bullshit you're referencing on the hard drive, sorry, laptop, my hard drive, my laptop, my hard drive, wouldn't a first-year law student would throw that shit out.
Of major proportions for 30
get it
years,
thrown out.
Selling out the United States. And he does it in his own language, under highly credible circumstances, with an enormous number of paper backup, that over 30 years, he was required to give his father half the money they took in.
Again, this is the fifth. We're hearing they keep saying they have more stuff on this this hard drive, and we're still hearing the same 8 fucking texts from 2020. Am I losing my mind here? Am I the only person who thinks this is aggravating as fuck? I thought you guys were supposed to be leaking out more stuff, that this was like, oh my God, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And we keep hearing the same beats over and over again. I mean, I appreciate he's playing the hits, but this jazzed up acoustic Layla version of it has got to go.
So that describes the context of everything else we have.
You have nothing. Otherwise you would say it. What do you have?
Probably the largest bribery scheme in the history of the United States. Right there. They're in the FBI in the face for 2.5 years. And, you know, they're doing tax evasion.
Huh. Maybe that's because they actually have evidence of the tax evasion.
When you say doing tax evasion, you mean the grand jury in Delaware?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a real possibility they're trying to end this, you know, with a tax evasion and foreign agents registration case. He can be very sorry and go on some kind of community service. Now we end it, and the Bidens get to keep the 31 million they got from China and the multiple millions they got from Russia and the 14 million they got from Ukraine's most dishonest man.
Ukraine's most dishonest man.
You know, the problem with this is we have a president at this time who's so compromised. By Ukraine, China.
Right. He's so compromised. He's strong-arming NATO into pushing back against Russia. You do realize also that the people, Poroshenko partly, but definitely Yanukovych and definitely the prosecutor, all the people that are supposed to have Biden by the short and curlies are no longer in the country or no longer running the place and are technically in Russia. So anybody who would have anything on Biden that would manipulate him into behaving any particular way towards Ukraine would be wanting him to let Russia do whatever the fuck it wants. We would not, if there was really compromise on him and they were really wanting to use it, the result would be Ukraine doesn't get shit. Because the very people we're talking about, including the prosecutor, they're all living in Russia now. Same thing with China. Like, how the fuck? We just sent a delegation, I think including Ron Klain, to fucking Taiwan. Biden has said out loud, we would defend Taiwan if it was attacked by China. He's recognizing it as a country. The Japanese, the Australians, and the US are doing, and the Brits are doing fucking laps around the island, around the country. And we just gave nuclear-powered submarine tech to Australia to push back against Chinese military expansion in the South China Seas. What did they buy for that? Is it just, did they get, at some point, I think we have to conclude that the Bidens are just great at suckering people into giving them cash and never having to give anything in fucking return. Meanwhile, you know, what did Trump get? 15 million bucks that he had to take out immediately to pay his bills in a slush fund account in China to sell them our biggest order of beef, corn, and soybeans in history, or killing TPP in exchange for killing TPP, which would, I mean, benefit China immensely pre-COVID, of course. Now there's no salvaging it. And I don't know what he got from Russia other than not releasing the PP tape, and then I guess Putin made him let him touch his butthole because of how he was walking out of the room every time they would meet.
Russia, he has no room to act. He can't. If he proposed going to get the money from the Ukraine oligarchs, some of that would be money of his.
What? So they're holding it for him? All right.
Money that he shared with them.
Oh, well, he shared with them? Let's see, now you've just convinced me to vote for Biden again. I was almost with you that he's a corrupt, he's a doddering, forgetful, dementia-ridden old fool who's the mastermind of a criminal enterprise, the biggest the world has ever seen, bigger than the mafia, bigger than the triad, bigger than the Medellin cartel, all wrapped in one filthy package with MS-13 as roller skates underneath his feet as he glides across the earth, destroying everything in his path. And then you go and, I was this close, like, well, fuck that guy. And then you tell me he shares. No. That's sweet.
This is my point. Where's our money, or where's the money?
What the fuck edit was that? This is my point. Where's our money? Back that the fuck up. Wait, what? Run that by me again?
The oligarchs. Some of that would be money of his. Money that he shared with them.
This is my point. Where's our money?
This is my point. Where's our money? That's so weird. That's kind of amazing. What did they cut out? Did Rudy just not shut the fuck up so they couldn't fuck it up?
From the Ukraine oligarchs. Some of that would be money of his. Money that he shared with them.
This is my point. Where's our money, or where's the money from the war that's been stolen? Where's the Ukrainian people's money? It's been stolen by the oligarchs. Look, we should strip all the oligarchs in Russia, strip them of everything.
So
but the Russian...
Rudy doesn't seem to be enjoying that thought too much. Yeah, he's not... That didn't land in Rudy's brain pan or what's left of it the way you thought it would, Steve. Let's strip all the Russian oligarchs of their money.
Ukrainian oligarchs, Rudy, you're the best at this. But
at what? Oh, yes. Going around Ukraine, looking for Ukrainians and bumping into Russians.
Rudy, would you donate? Would you volunteer to go help Zelensky get this money?
Damn right, I could help him. I could help him find exactly the accounts he's looking for, because his prosecutor showed them to me with great frustration that they were blocked by Ukrainian government, but also our Treasury Department under Obama and Trump.
What is going on? I mean, honestly, Joe Biden he must be the head of Spectre at this point. Not only, I understand he could make Obama do whatever he wanted, had him wrapped around his finger. But he had Trump as well, a man who was an outsider, a man who was beholden to no one, who could pay for his own. Okay, that was bullshit. But
from getting at accounts, for example, some that related to money going to Joe Biden. So, and I don't want to give the impression it's just Joe Biden. It's a lot of people.
Sure.
So if I was...
Well, I would be interested in any of the actual facts about just Joe Biden. I am not interested in the lack of facts you have about a lot of other people.
Zelensky, my advice to him would be call them all in. There are only about 8 of them that have the big money, maybe 10.
Yeah, but 3 of them are fighting in the battles, and the other ones are hiding in Sweden, I think, right now, so they don't die.
And say, look, I know where the money is. And I let a couple of you guys off. I said I was going to go into this when I came in. But now I have no choice, boys. I need your money. And here's the amount of money I want from you.
He doesn't need it.
And just tell him, go get the money out.
Yeah, you got your ATM card, right? Go down. Where are you? You're in Kharkiv in a trench? Okay, there's an ATM. I'm looking at satellite photos right now.
You know, Akhmatov, you're the richest guy. You're going to get the biggest penalty. So get the money in. I need $1 billion from you. He probably took out about 5. Or how about his own employer? The guy who employed him when he was an actor is Kolomoisky. Kolomoisky ran the prime bank of Ukraine. It's the single best laundering operation in the world. Russians use it to launder their money.
Well, they used to. And then Zelensky and all those guys came in and fucked the whole thing up. Now they had to move everything to Bank of Cyprus, where Wilbur Ross used to work.
He's so good. He walked out with $7 billion in his pocket.
Those are big pockets. That's very. He must have looked like he had balls as big as church bells.
The guy that employed the Bidens walked out with $5 billion in his pocket.
Again, what kind of pants do people wear in Ukraine?
And it only cost him $100 million to fix the case. He's got plenty of money to contribute. Now, Zelensky knows all of this. He was supposed. Yeah,
it's so weird. He's looking at all these dead people. He's hearing stories of women and children being raped and tortured to death, and he just, why won't he call Rudy Giuliani? Well, I think largely because he's suffered enough.
Going to go after them, but that would take years. Now you have a national emergency. Save your country. Believe it or not, some of these oligarchs.
Okay, first of all, Rudy's voice is fucking with me right now. It's gross. Clear your throat or go get on a ventilator.
Oligarchs, like the mafia guys, are patriotic.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and go, the cigar ads were a fucking mistake, and I would get yourself checked for throat cancer, Rudy, immediately. That sounds awful.
I see Poroshenko, who was the biggest crook in Ukraine, stole everything that wasn't locked down. He's in the streets with his machine gun. He's 300 people, and he's shooting at the Russians. and they're shooting back at him. So this guy has some feeling for his country. Maybe he could get some of that $100 million back.
Yes, hey, Rudy, don't get all sentimental on me, man. You're Rudy. What do you mean patriotic? He's out there shooting because he doesn't want to. Good God, man, come on.
This guy's out shooting because he doesn't want to get caught. What's the phrase? These two guys are laughing about the fact that Poroshenko, who was the transition guy between Yanukovych to Zelensky, who was dealt with as much, if not more, corruption than Zelensky has had to deal with in his time so far before all this shit happened.
Get what he's out there shooting because as soon as the Russians get there, they're going to be stealing his money. He's got a good gig.
Right.
He's got these oligarchs.
Guys run away.
A little bit of projection. Two guys who have never skipped a dessert are questioning the motives of a guy who's actually fighting in the streets for his fucking country right now.
Would they rather have Zelensky?
Jesus, Rudy's voice sounds like Steve looks.
In the West and all this, they can keep stealing. Remember, they stole it under our watch. This is when the EU and NATO is playing footsie.
They stole it under our watch. And some of our most famous politicians participated in taking some.
Oh, goddamn, I'm having a hard time with his fucking voice.
Every time I go after the Ukrainian prosecutors, when they tell me I can get money on this guy and that guy, and I say, that's terrible how your country works. Oh, he said, well, this guy was the closest friend of Biden's. This guy worked with Kerry. Yeah, a Pelosi kid? Oh, yeah, they were very friendly. How about
right? The Russian sock puppet who flew you around, told you whatever you wanted to say, and then led you directly to the guys who sold you the hard drive?
our friend Romney? It may even be a
Romney. Who isn't involved in Ukraine?
chance there for Romney.
So once again, Rudy, we got a couple minutes here.
But it's funny. You got a couple minutes left, and you're out of talking points.
You're recommending that Zelensky.
Yes, this is better. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, internet gods. That just happened on its own. It's like the Manitou, the spirit that lives within the mechanics of all things. Just went, you've had enough.
Either use somebody like you or somebody like you to go shake down the 10 top oligarchs. And this is money stolen from the Ukrainian people.
By the way, it's hard. I'm struggling right now. It's very hard for me to not make yes, please fly Rudy to Ukraine right now. Has he seen the eastern part of the country? It seems lovely this time of year.
Stolen from the American people, and people in Europe that have been giving money over there and giving money in arms and supporting this thing forever. It's our money too, but principally, let's say it's the Ukrainian people's money. It's
in general
stolen from them. And you would say, have you seen any effort of Zelensky when everybody's fanboying on this guy? Any instance at all to go shake the oligarchs down and get the money back?
We lost him. Oh no, we lost Rudy. Look at that. That's the look on your face that happens when you lose Rudy. When you've lost Rudy. What are we going to do now? Let's see that moment again. That's tough.
Any instance at all to go shake the oligarchs down and get the money back?
We lost him.
Oh, we lost Rudy?
Yeah, we lost.
Oh, we lost Rudy. Well, I'm glad you put this clip up.
Okay, fine. That's okay. I can go on a 2-minute rant. Yeah. Do I have Frank Gaffney? I can go on another rant. We'll get.
Rudy's back.
Rudy's back. Rudy, you there?
I'm here.
You paying your bills? You paying your bills? You got internet? Maria, don't get too. I know she got upset when I said, Rudy, don't get sentimental on me, right? She likes the sentimental Rudy. Rudy, once again, before we punch, are you donating your time and energy?
Oh God. Don't bring up his wife / first cousin and he starts going, what the fuck is this, like, Jabba the Hutt face licking shit?
Rudy, once again, before we punch, are you donating your time and energy to help Zelensky?
Y poco una pista solo.
get the money from the oligarchs to
I am
defend
willing to
themselves
do
against
it.
Russia.
I mean, they haven't asked, and
That's weird. No one's asked you to try to fly to Ukraine. Rudy, I'm asking you right now. Fly to Ukraine right now. Steve, get your Chinese dissident, your fake Chinese dissident dude with the big ship. Have him boat Rudy over a couple of days. It'll still be going on. Give him a one-way plane ticket and tell him you'll be waiting there when he comes back.
I don't know if they want me around since I know where a lot of the bodies are buried, particularly there.
This motherfucker. You know where the bodies are buried? I mean, they're just not even gonna think before they speak at all, while they laugh about money and Ukraine right now and bullshit from Yanukovych, who Manafort worked for, who shot Ukrainian citizens in the fucking street. And this asshole with what just happened in Bucha is going to say, I know where the bodies are buried. Oh, fuck.
Their bodies, not just ours.
What? Okay, I thought that quote was as bad as it was going to get. That's my mistake.
Energy to help Zelensky get the money from the oligarchs to
I am
defend
willing to
themselves
do
against
it.
Russia.
I mean, they haven't asked, and I don't know if they want me around since I know where a lot of the bodies are buried, particularly their bodies, not just ours.
Fucking hell.
And I have a relationship with their prosecutors that gets the best out of them, meaning, like every country, not everybody's corrupt. You've got within that prosecutor's office a nice group of people who get outraged by this. They've been after it for 8-10 years. You can't imagine what they think of our president. And if you think that
I would imagine right now that they think our president is the only thing standing between them and total annihilation, and our last president almost got them all murdered.
people of Ukraine don't know that Biden is corrupt.
Geez, I can't imagine why. Maybe because he's why they're alive.
Every time we talk about corruption in Ukraine, they laugh at us.
Okay, yeah, I like these people more and more every day. Every time we talk about corruption in Ukraine, they laugh at us. He's talking about, by the way, Ukrainians.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Rudy.
Wait a minute. Yep, they should. What?
Don't know that Biden is corrupt. Every time we talk about corruption in Ukraine, they laugh at us.
Yep. They should.
I don't know. I agree. I agree. This is the first. Welcome to a new moment in my life. I agree with Steve Bannon. Rudy says that the Ukrainians, every time the two of them bring up corruption, they laugh at them. And Steve Bannon says they should. Okay. Well, that settles it, I think. That's the great. Cool. Hey. Good times. What the fuck? Oh.
Rudy, you got the hottest radio show in New York. You got the best podcast.
No.
How do
No, you don't.
people get to you on Getter? How do we get?
Yeah, but how do you even? What? It's the hottest thing. I can't find it.
It's the best way to get to me, and I am on Getter. You can get me on Getter. You can get my podcast on Getter.
Not on. You're not on Truth Social. I'm shocked.
You can get me at Rudy Giuliani CS.com. And there you can get everything, including all the things that are on Getter. And we've got a podcast coming out tomorrow about the whole Musk situation and exactly who he's fighting. This guy is basically fighting. He's basically what you and I were fighting when we were trying to reveal the hard drive.
The hard drive. Again, this dude can't stop fucking this up. And Steve's trying to dump him and get to break.
And Curtin is sensitive. Wind up again.
We'll have you back on to talk about that. We got a rising Giuliani on tomorrow. Andrew. to tell us about this governor's race. Rudy, Dr. Ryan, thank you.
Oh, God. What a fucking waste of space. First of all, I'm so glad we don't cover Rudy's Common Sense podcast much anymore because he doesn't do it as much anymore. He still has his radio show. I think I need to figure out when it is again. I looked at one point and I've just totally put it out of my brain. But I think I need to do a call in. Yeah, maybe because it would be between the morning show and this one day a week. But I think I need to call in and call bullshit. I think I need to start doing that.